Good afternoon, class. Today we will discuss on chapter 9 in your learning document, but it's chapter 10 in the textbook. Okay. The topic is understanding work teams. Okay. We will discuss through these objectives. Okay. And the first topics will be analyze the growing popularities of teams in organizations. Okay, why are teams popular? This is the big question in today's organization. Okay, working as a team, there are lots of advantages, and we will go through together. The first one, the team can achieve fast or first means success. The team can achieve success and the individual could never accomplish. This is the first advantage. And the second one, teams are flexible and responsive to changing events. Flexible and responsive. Okay. And the third one, they can quickly assemble, deploy, refocus, and disband if it necessary. Okay. The fourth one, there are effective means to democratize or equalize organization and increase employee involvement. The last one, they introduce a collaborative mindset. Working as a team can help people introduce a collaborative mindset. And these are the advantages of working as a team. In this picture, in your learning document, it is Exhibit 10-1. The 10-1 is comparing work groups and work teams. Okay, so this means the work group and work team are different. Okay, we will go through how different they are together. Okay, comparing in 4 characteristics here. Okay, the first one, goal, synergy, accountability, and skills. Okay, comparing in these 4 characteristics. Groups and teams are not the same things, and this exhibit shows that a work group interact primary to share information and make decisions to help member perform within his or her area of responsibility. So, highlight the work group that they are perform in their responsibilities area. Okay, perform in their responsibility area. In contrast, the work team here, okay, generate positively synergy through coordinated effort. Individual effort result in a level of performance that is greater than the sum of those individual inputs. So, if you're comparing each characteristic here, in goal of work group, they share information. But the goal of work team is the collective performance. It is collective performance. In synergy means cooperation. Synergy of the work group is neutral. Something could be negative, but the synergy of work team always positive. The third one, accountability or responsibility. Okay. The responsibility of work group is for individual. The individual is responsible in work group, but the work team can be both individual and mutual. Mutual means shared, could be responsible in individual or could be shared responsibility. In skills, in this characteristic, the group works is random and vary. Random and vary. Or on the other hand, work team, okay, skill of the work team is complementary, helping each other. Okay, helping each other or complement each other. This is for the comparing work group and work team in 4 different characteristics. The next slide, this one is quite important for the next slide. You need to pay a lot of attention on this one. Okay, we will contrast the 5 types of team. In the picture, there are 4 types in the picture, but we will describe another one, multi-team system or multi-team system. Exhibit 10-2 here are 4 common types of team. 4 common types of team. But as I say, we will discuss more about the multi-team system. The first one, the problem-solving team. The problem-solving team. In the past, teams were typically composed of 5 to 12 hourly employees from the same department. Again, from the same department. Employee from the same department who met a few hours each week to discuss ways of improving quality, efficiency, and the work environment. So the employee from the same department get together and discuss about how to improve quality, efficiency, and work environment. This problem-solving team rarely had the authority. To implement their suggest action. No, they don't have that kind of authority to implement their suggestions. Okay, just get together and discuss. And if it's effective or if it's possible, they can suggest to the next level of their supervisor. The second type of second types of team, we call this self-managed team. In self-managed team, there are groups of employees who perform highly related or interdependent jobs and take on many of responsibilities of supervisor. Take on many of the responsibility of supervisor. So most of the self-managed here takes on the job of take on many of responsibility of supervisor. The third one, the cross-functional team. 2 pictures here. Cross-functional team. This one are made up of employees from about the same level. Here, same level of different department. The cross-functional team are made up of employees from same level but different department or different work area, doesn't matter, who come together to accomplish task. Again, they are from different department or different work area, okay, but in the same level of hierarchy, in the same level, okay, come together and accomplish a task. The fourth one, we call this virtual team. The virtual team use computer technology. This one is totally different from the others. They use computer technology to tie together physically this peer member in order to achieve a common goal. And finally, the multi-team system or multi-team system are collection of two or more interdependent teams that share a subordinate goal, which means they are a team of teams. We call this multi-team system. Okay. Furthermore, I will post, okay, each of description, okay, each description of each team, okay, on our Facebook. Okay, look into our Facebook also. In this exhibit 10-3, exhibit 10-3 in your learning document, okay, this one summarizes what we know about what makes team effective. Okay, you can go through this together. Okay, there will be 3 different effective from context, from composition, and from process. And these 3 create team effectiveness here. There are warnings. 2 warnings. The first, team differ in form and structure. Second warning, the model assumes that teamwork is preferable to individual work. Teamwork is preferable to individual work. In team context, what factor determine whether team are successful? There will be 4 factors in team context here. 4 factors in team context. The first one, adequate resources. Adequate resources are needed. Okay. A scarcity of resources directly reduce the ability of the team to perform its job effectively. A scarcity of resources directly reduce the ability of the team to perform its job effectively. Reduce. If you don't have enough resources, it reduce your team performance. Again, if you don't have enough resources, it will reduce your team performance. The second one, leadership and structure must be present. Leadership and structure must be present. Team cannot function if they cannot agree on who is to to do what and ensure all members share the workload. Team cannot function if they cannot agree on who is to do what and ensure all members share the workload. The third one, climate of trust must be created. Climate of trust must be created. Members of effectiveness team, members of effective teams trust each other and show trust in their leader. The members of effective teams trust each other and show their trust in their leaders. This is the climate of trust. The fourth one, finally, a performance evaluation and reward system must be in place. The individual performance evaluation and incentive may not be consistent with the development of high performance teams. Okay, as the organization don't show that you prefer in individual evaluation. The management should consider group-based appraisal or group-based evaluation. Okay. For example, in profit sharing, gain sharing, small group incentive, and other system modification that will reinforce team effort and commitment. Okay. You must show that you appreciate in team evaluation. Team composition, the second one from the exhibit 10-3. The second from the exhibit 10-3. Team composition. How should team be staffed? Part of a team performance depends on the knowledge, skills, and ability of its individual members. Okay, so it means ability of team members, ability of the individual in your teams is very important. Okay. The second one about personality of your members, personality of your team members. The big five personality model. Do you remember the big five personality model? Okay. Have shown to be relevant to team effectiveness. Okay. You need to go back and see what is the big five. Okay. And those big five personality model have shown to be relevant to team effectiveness. The third is allocating role. Teams have different needs, and people should be selected for a team to ensure that all various roles are filled. The fourth one is the diversity of member. Many of us hold the optimistic view that diversity should be a good thing. Diverse teams should benefit from different perspectives and do better. Diverse teams should benefit from different perspectives and do better. Okay. Because you have different people and they are diverse. Okay. So you have different perspective, different point of view, okay, for sharing before you make any decision. The cultural difference. The fifth is cultural difference. Cultural diversity does seem to be an asset for tasks that call for a variety of viewpoints. And then when it comes to the size of team, most experts agree that keeping teams small is a key of improving group effectiveness. Keeping the smaller team is a key to improving group effectiveness. So the size of team here, if you have a small team, is better. The member preference, the last one, member preference. Finally, okay, not every employee is a team player. If you ask somebody that, if you allow them to select themselves to be in or to be out of a team, most of them will be out of a team. So most of employee is not a team player. The high performing team or the most successful team are likely to be composed of people who prefer working as a part of a group or a team, who prefer to work as a part of a team. These are the characteristics of team composition. And this one, to identify the characteristic of effective team, 9 roles of potential teams. 9 roles of potential team. Leader, creator, promoter, assessor, organizer, producer, controller, maintainer, and advisor. 9 roles of potential teams member are shown in this exhibit. The key roles of teams here. There are 9 roles and they all show here. You can read through by yourself. It's very easy. Next one. This exhibit 10-5, okay, is the effects of group process. Again, this is nothing complicated. Nothing complicated. So it is the potential group effectiveness plus process gain and minus process losses equal to actual group effectiveness. So if you want to have actual group effectiveness, okay, you can start with your potential group effectiveness plus process gain and minus process losses. In team process here, it is identify the characteristic of effective team in team process. From the picture of the exhibit 10-3. 10-3. Okay, this is the third one, the team process from 10-3. The characteristics here are the common plan and purpose. The team process begins with a common plan and purpose. The effective team should show reflexivity. Reflexivity means they reflect on and adjust their master plan when necessary. They reflect on and adjust their master plan when necessary. This means reflexivity. The second one, specific goal. Specific goal divided into team efficacy, team identity, team motivation, and mental models. The second, successful team translate their common purpose into specific, measurable, and realistic performance goals. Okay? Translate into specific goals. Effective teams have confidence in themselves and believe they can succeed. And this is team efficacy. Team efficacy. They believe that they can succeed. By recognizing individual specific skill and ability, as well as creating a climate of respect and inclusion, leaders and members can foster positive team identity. By recognizing individual specific skills and ability, as well as creating a climate of respect and inclusion, leaders and members can foster positive team identity. Next one, team cohesion. The team cohesion means members are emotionally attached to one another, and motivate toward the team because of their attachment. Okay. The team cohesion means members are emotionally attached to one another and motivated toward the team because of their attachment. And the mental models here. Effective teams share accurate mental models, organize mental representative of the key element within a team environment and that team members share. Okay. Next one, conflict level. In conflict level, conflict on a team isn't necessarily bad. It could be a good thing. Relationship conflict, those based on interpersonal incompatibilities, tension, and animosity toward others, are almost always dysfunctional. Don't worry if you cannot write it down. I will post this description on our Facebook group. Finally, the social lofting. The social lofting occurs when individuals hide inside a group. The members should be clear on what they are individually and jointly responsible for. These are the characteristics of team processes. The next slide is about the topic of explain how organization can create team players. Creating team player, you need selecting, training, and rewarding. Selecting, training, and rewarding. This is how organization create team player. First, by selecting the right people. Okay. In selecting stage, you need to, as the management, okay, you need to selecting the right people. Be sure that your candidate can fulfill their team roles as well as technical requirements. Be sure. You need to make sure that your candidate can fulfill those. In training stage, okay. In training stage, training specialists conduct exercise that allow employee to experience the satisfaction teamwork can provide. Workshop. Okay. Workshop is in training. The workshop help employee improve their problem solving, communication, negotiation, conflict management, and coaching skill. The workshop can help them improve in this. And developing an effective team doesn't happen overnight. Okay? They need times. And it takes time to developing. Finally, the rewarding stage. The provide reward as incentive to be a good team player. And organization's reward system must be reward to encourage cooperative effort rather than competitive ones. Okay. The organization should encourage, organization's reward system should encourage cooperation effort rather than the competitive ones. And the last slide for today, device when to use individual instead of team. Okay, you need, as a manager, as a management team, you need to at least know how to make the decision when to use individual instead of team. Okay. When not to use team, ask yourself, can the work be done better by one person? Can the work be done better by one person? A good indicator is the complexity of the work, and the need for different perspective. Simple tasks that don't require diverse input, are probably better left to individuals to solve that problem. The second question, does the work create a common goal or purpose? Many service departments, for example, okay, have introduced teams that link customer service people, mechanic, specialists, and sales representative. Okay. Such a team can better manage collective responsibility for ensuring customer needs are properly met. And the last question, okay, are the members of the group interdependent? The interdependent means kind of helping each other. Okay. Using team makes sense when there is interdependent between tasks, and the success of the whole depends on the success of each one, and the success of each one depends on the success of the others. Soccer team is an example for this one. It's obviously example. It is a team sport. Success in soccer team require a great deal of coordination between interdependent players. Okay, so for this chapter, it's very easy chapter because I know you guys can work as a team. Okay, but we just put the concept in theory this time, but you all implement in your real life already. So sometimes think of your experience that can be the example for each theory